the middle of the sleep and taking protein shake, glutamine, BCA, whatever it is. I'm from Japan, and there's a Japanese bodybuilder. He said if you are a bodybuilder, you have to get up in the middle of the sleep and take glutamine or whatever.
No, that's a myth. I remember reading that back in, when I was 13, 15 years old.
Yes.
And no one does that anymore. You don't need to wake up in the middle of sleep to eat. It's the whole thing that you need. Yes, you eat protein, you get a meal in every 3-4 hours when you're awake. But if you sleep for 8-9 hours and don't eat during that time, you will be fine, I promise you. You don't need to wake up in the middle of the night to eat. That's ridiculous. And that's when it becomes a very tedious task and makes bodybuilding not fun.
Perfect. Okay.
So I do a lot of natural stuff through food, right? So I don't have to get up during sleep. I work a lot, I travel a lot, so I have to be sure to be cautious of what I'm taking in. All those things are important, EAAs, BCAAs, zinc, magnesium. You need to find out what's right for your body. The one thing you need to do first off is go and get your blood work. Right? Check your blood work first to make sure there's no underlying. It could be something that could be, whether it be diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, some type of a hypertension that can affect you in the long run and hurt you because you may be taking supplements that's going to hinder you later on.
Perfect.
So I don't get up at night to do that. I only get up at night because I pee because I drink so much water during the day. But honestly, if you drink your protein or you can take all that stuff before bed, you don't have to do it at night. Now, if you're going to sleep for 12 hours straight or some obnoxious amount of time, then you might want to wake up in the middle of that and have something, because after a certain amount of time, your body is going to burn through all that. So I don't, but if someone sleeps a lot, they might want to.
Okay, perfect.
No. It's good for your body to go when you go to sleep. Say it's 8 hours. Let's just say 8 hours. You go to sleep for 8 hours. That's a window for your body to recover and do its natural cycle of sleep. You need REM sleep. You need your body to recover. You don't want to interrupt your body's natural recovery. Sleep and rest is just as important as working out and eating right. So you want to rest. And then when you get up, you have that routine of whatever it is. I don't take all of them. There's certain ones for certain things. If you're working out very intensively, like HIIT training, high intensity training, running a lot, you're gonna want amino acids that's gonna help you recover faster. Or if you're lifting a lot of heavy weights, you're gonna want a lot of proteins to help your muscles get fed. So it's, it's a case-by-case basis what your goal is. But you don't need to get up in the middle of the night. I mean, everyone's different. If you get up in the middle of the night and you're hungry and you're working out a lot and you're not going to compete, it don't really matter. You can eat. But you will gain fat by eating at night. You're going to get fatter because your body's not burning.
Okay, perfect.
You don't have to. No, I've never done that. I do know bodybuilders that do. Generally, they only do that when they're getting ready to compete, and so they're trying to keep all of their calories up, their macros up. But in general, no, and I've never done it.
Okay, perfect.
I'm sure it would be beneficial, but I don't make any money bodybuilding. It's a hobby for me, so I'm not trying to ruin my sleep just to wake up and eat something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you agree with it or not?
I personally don't.
No?
Maybe it might work for him. Bodybuilding is a very independent sport, so maybe for him it works, but for me, I've never done it.
Okay, perfect. So are you getting up in the middle of the sleep and taking protein shake or glutamine?
No.
Because I'm from Japan, there's a Japanese bodybuilder. So he told me that if you're a bodybuilder, you should get up in the middle of the sleep.
If you're really serious, about bodybuilding, instead of doing that, why don't you just stick an IV of like amino acids into your vein so that you can have amino acids going to your vein like 24/7 while you sleep. That way you don't even have to wake up and take your protein because you have amino acids going into your bloodstream all the time.
Okay.
Not true.
Not true?
Not true, because casein protein, it's a very slow digestive protein. Like cottage cheese, like yogurt, is very slow digestive. So if you eat that before you go to bed, all night your body slowly digests it. But whey protein is fast. Whey protein is something you drink right after workout because it goes right to your blood. but it's the other way. I can tell you, like, the casein protein is like an IV. When you go to the hospital, they put the IV in your blood. It's very slow. It takes 2 hours, 3 hours. When you do the casein protein, so all night when you're sleeping, your body is being fed. So you don't have to wake up in the middle of the night. So he needs to do a little bit more study on the casein protein.
Okay. So that means, like, are you taking casein protein before you go to bed?
No, but I eat cottage cheese and I eat yogurt.
Yogurt.
Those are casein protein. So.
Okay.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
What I do is I take a slow digesting protein before I go to bed, usually cottage cheese, and I'm fast throughout the night. So I'm fasting so that when I wake up in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, I do my cardio on a fasted stomach, and this helps to burn more body fat. So I don't think it's necessary to wake up in the middle of the night to take protein or BCAAs unless you are a ectomorph body type, very lean, very thin, high metabolism, then yes, that will be beneficial. But in my case personally, I just take a slow digesting protein before sleep and fast throughout the night so that when I do my cardio first thing in the morning, I'm in a fasted state, in turn burning more fat.
Perfect.
I wake up during my sleep to have protein. So
Protein.
I'll have a 80-gram protein shake like halfway through my sleep. So yeah, I'll sleep about 3.5, 4 hours, and I'll wake up, I'll drink a protein shake, and then I'll fall back asleep for about 3 hours. 3.5 hours.
Perfect.
I used to. I don't anymore. I do have a protein shake with like the BCAAs right before bed, just because I'm trying to get bigger. You know, if you're, it's all about, are you trying to get bigger? Or are you trying to get smaller? You're bulking or you're cutting. And I saw good results from it.
Really?
Yeah, I did. But I was living in the woods. I was working on a farm in the
Really?
middle. I took all my weights out there. I saw there was like bears. I was an hour from the nearest paved road. I was in the woods, but I had all my dumbbells and stuff out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I bulked up. I'd gotten like kind of fat, you know, but strong. So I was just trying to stay lean and build a little muscle out there. So I have experimented with that.
Really?
Yeah, I think it can be good, but I don't think it's necessary. You know, I've heard people argue that breaking up your sleep cycle, it messes with your recovery. You know, so I have 2 protein shakes a day. One right after I work out and one right before bed. Because right after your workouts and while you're sleeping is when your body's in a hypertrophic state. That's when you rebuild the most muscle. You know, and then also I can get them in quick and clean, just get that protein in. So